Hello, my lovely water signs, and welcome to your 2018 yearly forecast with me, Lorien. We're going to be using the Everyday Witch Tarot by Deborah Blake, and this is going to be a reading individually for each individual sign within water. So it's going to be Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer. So this is your individual sign reading for 2018. I just thought it'd be easier to do it all in one video so you then don't have to kind of keep finding them, and honestly it'll be easier for me to upload them as well. So of course, if you want a personal or a private reading with myself, the link to do that is in the description box below. And also, if you do want a personal reading for 2018 with your forecast of each individual month, that is also available on the link below too. So this is just a little bit of an overview as to what we can expect for the year ahead. Really excited. 2018 just seems to have a lot of energy for me, and I'm hoping that we've learned so much this year. We've had to go deep into our psyche. That's the thing that kind of comes up a lot with me. We've had to go almost Scorpio-esque into our psyche. A lot of people have been exposed. A lot of things have been brought to the surface. The best of humanity and the worst of humanity has been laid bare in 2017. So now I think 2018 is a little bit of healing. It's a little bit of almost like the personal and universal year 8, even though it's a year 2. I just feel it's going to be a calmer year, hoping that nothing happens really to affect that, because oh boy, does nature like to throw in a whopper sometimes. But let's have a look. So the first one is going to be for Scorpio. So what does Scorpio need to know for the year ahead in 2018? We just want to do a little general reading for Scorpio sign, just to give the general vibes as to what's coming through for 2018 in the next 12 months, because we're approaching that now. I just looked over there and there's a rune poking out. The only one that's overturned actually in my little box, and it's of an arrow pointing upwards like the Sagittarius, and it's actually saying the only way is up came into my head. So let's just have a look and see what that turns out like. So Judgment, up, the Four of Swords, the King of Pentacles. Now, do I want to do the top or do I want to do the bottom? I want to do the top. Temperance. Okay. So obviously the personal readings go much more in depth than this one, but I just wanted to get a general flavour as to what's coming up for us in the near future for the year ahead. Apologies for the croak. I'm still getting over a chest infection, so if I'm a bit croaky, that's why. Let's have a see now. Okay. So I do feel that this is going to be a year of rest and recuperation because of the Four of Swords here. You're probably going to have some downtime, Scorpio, and have this kind of feeling of, oh, just let out a breath, because this year, like I say, has been up and down and round and round. You've probably been challenged. You've probably been tested in your determination and your soul purpose, and you may have had rejections, you may have had setbacks, and you're like, oh my days, will this ever end? You have been challenged by people who have nothing to do with you, who you may have started a new job and automatically people were like, hey, poke, poke, poke. And you're just kind of going, just please, just leave off. But the challenge was, and the test was, to actually come through. Whoops, my laptop decided just to fall over there. But you've actually been challenged to be open in yourself and actually to come forwards and say, this is not me. Your perception of me is not me. I'm going to speak up for myself. I'm going to say, hell no, I deserve more than this. I deserve this. I deserve, to have recognition. So I feel like this is your judgment. This is your judgment. This is you coming through and actually being heightened and being more like, hell yeah, I'm singing my own tune. I'm going on my own path. For some of you, it could be that you're learning not to judge others and that you're actually learning not to have the anxiety-ridden jumping to the worst conclusion. That can be for some of you as well. But I do think that you're on your own path now. You're walking towards something that's a hell of a lot better for you, healthy and much more kind of freeing. Like you actually delighted in something here. You're going through with a sense of liberation, and that's what's coming up for me. Because you've maybe stood up for yourself. You may have had a few people tell you you're good enough, you're worthy, as well as other people challenging your point of view of yourself. So you can believe that. And then we have the Four of Swords. Again, I think this is for some of you. You just need to let out a breath and let yourself just sort of rest, basically. You can't keep doing 15 different things all over the time. This way, that way, this way, that way, up and down, side to side. You just have to be very cautious about where you're spending your energy this year, because it's a universal year too. It's not going to be able to push things along. It has to happen when it's meant to happen. And depending on your personal year, it's going to be something that I think you have to learn to live with. You just kind of have to rest down and go, okay, well, it'll happen when it'll happen. I'm just going to keep on soldiering through. Some of you may be dissatisfied with same shit, different day, and you don't see any changes, but I do think this is actually going to come through with the changes. You've got the King of Pentacles here, which is a really strong card. It's a really nice card to have. He's normally to do with finances, culminations of things, completions of projects, dedication. The routine has helped you. So I feel like this year you are going to complete a fair few things, but you're also going to get some rewards as well. Maybe from actually learning when to lie down and learning when to kind of put yourself first. That's going to be a lot better for you there. It could also be that you do meet an earth sign gentleman who's here to help you with pushing things forwards, who grounds you a little bit more, who holds your hand a little bit and says, it's okay, you're all right, I believe in you too. But the theme with temperance, again, is kind of balance. So I do think that you're going to have to balance things. Sure, you can have a treat, but you also have to take care of yourself. And I think that it's about the healing from last year, from 2017. So again, I'm not seeing anything major for you guys, but I do feel like that is probably a good thing. Like when I say major, I don't mean huge upheavals of distress or good things that make you stressed in the long run. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I've just been given £15 million and now I have to change my entire life. I mean, it'd be supposed to be nice. I'm not going to rule anything out. I wouldn't say no to that myself. But it's just something that seems to be like you have to have it in balance. You have to know that what comes in, you're going to have to give something away. What actually, what energy expends, you have to top that up. So as much as you want to gorge on things, you also have to balance that out with something that you maybe give something away. So again, it's similar with the universal year too. It's kind of like the balancing act. It's the duality of things, and I think this is really going to come through for you in a very positive way. But yeah, redemption in some ways, kind of setting yourself free, resting, and culmination of projects, but always having a little bit of balance this year for you guys. So let's go on to Pisces and see what comes up for you guys. Alright, Pisces, so I just did a little shuffle in between there just to make sure that the cards for Scorpio were hidden away and not as basically not as obvious. Whoops. Let me just kind of meditate on this a little bit. Let's have a look. Whoa. Okay, so maybe you guys. Oh, I've got the 3 already for you. Okay. Death, 6 of Swords, and Ace of Pentacles. Cool. Okay, I like this for you. Now, don't be scared by death. I always make sure that people are just going to come through and say, please do not be scared by the death card. Honestly, it is not anything to be feared unless you fear change. And for some Pisces and for some people in general, to be honest, it can be quite difficult to look at change and see this as something positive, because sometimes it can really hurt to kind of pull yourself away and see what's kind of happening around you. And, you know, making that commitment to say, well, this is changing. I'm not going to be who I was before. Nothing's going to be the same as it was before. But that can be very therapeutic in and of itself. So let's just see what we get here for you guys. Alrighty. Okay, Air of Cups. Very interesting. Okay. Let's just double check here and see what we've got. If you can hear some noises, it's my neighbours watching TV. I don't know why they have it that loud, but hey. Okay. Alright. So like I say, major change. This is a major arcana. So you are going to be moving towards something that you probably feel a little bit like, oh, I'm not really sure whether I'm ready for this. But you have got, this is the last thread. I think for some of you, you are almost fed up with something. And this is going to change in 2018. You're going to, your last straw, you wanted to find something new. And as you can see, there's a door opening. All you need to do is have the courage to snap that and go through that new door. That's all you need to do. Even this little black cat down here doesn't seem too bothered, you know? Maybe you do get a black cat, I don't know. But he doesn't seem too bothered. It's just a case of change. And you don't know what kind of change this is going to do because it's a faceless thing, it's a faceless form. So it may not have anything to do with the person, but all to do with your inner psyche. It may not have anything to do with your job, but all to do with the attitude that you have towards life in general. But I do think that you're just going to go poop and something's going to snap and you're going to be able to move forwards with regards to that. I don't see anything here that tells you that you have to give up, you have to leave somebody, that you have to do anything else. This is individual for you. This change has to come from you. It's going to come from you being absolutely fed up with somebody. I see that. But ultimately it feels like this is going to push you because you have two cards of walking away here, and even here you've got this strolling person. So the Six of Swords for me is all about having that courage to just get going, basically. You will carry all your experience with you. You will definitely carry all your experience with you, and I feel that this is maybe something to do around your birthday, because I don't think this is going to be too long in the future, to be honest. So I feel like you are going to carry your experiences. You're going to be moving away from something that may have caused you a bit of weight on your shoulders. I'm getting some kind of shoulder pain. Kind of like on this woman, it would be like around here, like when she's carrying all her burdens, maybe around your neck, upper back, that kind of feeling. Just feels like, oh, I'm carrying so much weight. Sometimes it could be you're carrying too much responsibility from your work, from your family, or from a loved one, because they're just placing all their problems onto you. So it could be that you need to get rid of those in 2018. I also feel like a lot of you will just choose to heal yourself. You may be looking back in a way what you've changed. So here especially, you're like, see you later. And it could be fondly, it could be the changes that you've made within yourself. You're like, I'm never going to be the same person. I look back at the person that I used to be and I'm quite fond of them, but I know I'm going to be so much better for this. And I think this journey is kind of what you're taking with you. You're sort of going, I'm good. I've taken my experiences with me. And you're even taking the little black cat with you too. That's so cute. Okay. And then you have the Ace of Pentacles. Now, this is manifestation. This is prosperity. This can be new job, new finances, new home, new security, new way of life, new health, prosperity in your health, because, it can come in any way, shape or form, or it could be money. Either way, you're going to be happy in 2018 with the certain things that are coming through. Now, I think I mentioned in the Scorpio, it's a universal year 2 in 2018. It feels a lot better. And it does feel like as well, we're going through a certain motion where you're just going to have to lie down and accept what happens. So it's not going to push just because you push it. So if you say, I want a job now, and it doesn't happen straight away, you don't keep forcing yourself and breaking down the door. It's just going to lock even more. You just have to be kind of happy with yourself and just go, okay, well, life, I know you're going to take me where I need to be. And I do feel like your past energy of 2017 is going to affect the energy of 2018. I really do see that happening, because you also have the Eight of Cups. So essentially this is, how to put it really, this is to do with escapism a little bit. You've got all the things in a row. You've kind of extinguished, the last feeling, and you're moving forwards. This could even be year 8 being the last year for something. 8 years ago you started something in particular, and now in the year 2018 you're moving on to the next thing. Depending on your personal year in numerology, this could be that you finally breaking free from something, an old pattern, or wanting to change completely. Maybe you're moving house or moving place, country, town, it could be like that. And you're finally saying, bye, I'm moving on. So I feel like this is a lot of things that are coming through for you. You have a lot of magic in you, Pisces, and you do have a lot of personality that I think has been suppressed. But it does seem like you're taking two people with you, or two things with you that you're kind of wanting to really savor. Maybe because they seem quite small compared to this one. So maybe it's children, maybe it's projects, maybe, I don't know. That doesn't apply to everybody, of course, but it does feel like there's something coming through for you guys in 2018. That I do feel this could be a new journey, but you have to be prepared to cut those ties first and to have the last straw and go click, and then it'll move forwards. And this, I think, is going to be quite important for you as well. So I think it's going to be quite interesting for you guys. I don't get heavy energy. I just get this feeling of change and embracing change. So this is going to be really good. So without further ado, I'm just going to move on to Cancer and we'll see what we have for you. Alrighty, Cancer, I've just been shuffling after the Pisces reading. So hopefully we won't have any of the repeat cards from Scorpio or Pisces. If we do, I'm pretty sure it means that it's definitely for you and not just one of those repeat cards that's coming through. So let's just see what we have here for you guys. What's coming through for Cancerians in 2018? More general information. Ooh, okay. So for some reason they said there's feelings of inadequacy that's coming through that you have to bash through. And I don't know why that is. Feelings of inadequacy. Why are you feeling inadequate, Cancer? Some of you. Oh, not all of you, but maybe because opportunities were missed before? I don't know. Whoa. Well, obviously I'm not going to do that many cards. Alright. They're being very impatient with me now. Okay. What was I saying about repeat cards? Now, this was the first for Scorpio. So let's just see. Oh, this was another card for Scorpio. I have shuffled so much. Okay, there we go. That's a bit better. 5 of Cups. Okay. And the 3 of Cups. Alright, so I am going to count these 2 repeat cards as yours, actually, because they are saying keep with it. So, and they were getting impatient with me, kind of like, look, you're going to get repeat cards, mate. Just put them out. So let's have a look and see what can we get from this. Again, I get liberation for you guys. There's something very liberating coming through. I also feel that you are going to be balancing out. But you do have an issue with maybe feeling like you've missed the boat. Again, maybe feelings of inadequacy here. Maybe feeling that you've missed something, that you did something wrong. That, oh no, this opportunity didn't come to fruition. Oh no. But look at what you've got behind you. You lost 3 glasses of wine. Fine, but you've got a full bottle up there, you've got a full meal, and a cat that's about to eat the lobster that you've cooked for yourself. So just kind of turn around and look at the bounty that you've got still. You may lose 3 friends this year. So it could be that or 3 opportunities or 3 things, not to death necessarily. People get a little bit squirmy when I say you lose something, but it could be just that you find out that one person isn't really got your best interests at heart. You could find out that another person is just going to move away and get married and live happily ever after, and you're feeling a little bit like, oh, those are sad times, yes. But you still have so much bounty to come. You need to be prepared to celebrate the good and not just focus on the bad this year, because I feel like you may be in a process where occasionally you're so empathetic and you're so, well, a lot of you are empaths basically, and you focus a lot on other people's needs and people's desires. You may take those people on as your own, and if they move away, you may feel like some part of you is going with them. Focus on your own abundance, focus on your own prosperity and the kind of elevation that's coming through for you this year. Because I do really feel like this is a time where you can release yourself. It almost feels like you are going to be on holiday. You are going to be on a holiday. You feel freer. You feel a lot able to move towards something that's unique to you. You feel like you can involve yourself. You can dance. They're kind of saying dancing and something like that. Energy coming through, the endorphins of moving your body and feeling within your body, utilizing everything within yourself, having this feeling of being completely at one with you and the universe. Now, I know that was a very long run on sentence, but they would not let me stop. So there we go. I think this is the energy that's coming through for you guys. And while you do need to be very balanced and you do need to have some kind of less judgment on yourself, I feel, and maybe a little bit less judgment on others, because I know you can pick up on signals from other people very easily, but this presents a challenge. This presents a challenge for you to not see them as, oh, that person just made the biggest mistake, ha ha ha. Not saying that all of you do that, but it could be that because you feel that as well, you kind of bring it upon yourself and you see that you need to judge them to push that away. That is not something that I would recommend. I think that you need to release yourself from that and push that energy away. Listen to your own calling, listen to your own character, and I feel like this is going to be something that really helps you. The temperance, again, seems to come through as something that you really need to embrace. You need to embrace the luxury, but with the healthy. It's kind of like everybody says nowadays, balanced diet, a little bit of what you fancy does you good, but make sure it's a balanced diet. And I think this is about detoxifying yourself, maybe changing your diet actually, something to do with your health as well. But you do have the Three of Cups. Now, this is friendship, this is community, this is the deep emotion as well. It's also about communication. So I would say look into messages that maybe come from people that you really love. It could be 3 things that you celebrate this year as well. One will be a personal achievement, one will be an emotional achievement, and one will be an achievement from somebody very dear to you. So you have 3 reasons to celebrate this year. And I think this is going to be a very encompassing age. Curiously as well, I think in the Pisces and in this one, I'm not sure about the Scorpio, but there's a full moon, very present, should I say. And I think that because you're ruled by the moon, you are going to have a very deep connection with the moon. And I just looked at the camera when it said 2222. So if that's not a sign, I don't know what is. So I think maybe from the eclipses that are going to happen around January and February, you're going to be feeling a lot like you're moving into something that you really can control for yourself and things like that. So there will be ideas, there'll be pacing differences, like it'll suddenly go really quiet and then head up again. There will also be some endings, I think, because you will have to move some things out in the way in order to bring in the new. So I feel like your lifestyle is going to change, but ultimately it feels like there's just so much to come and so much empathy from other people, not just you. You don't have to be the support for other people anymore. You are going to be quite a strong person, and I actually feel that you and Pisces are quite connected in that way. You have similar journeys to go through this year. And Scorpio as a water sign seems to be completely different, but it just feels like this is moving out to be, or shaping up to be, something very intricate for you guys. And as always, I think this is going to be quite an interesting year. So it's going to be interesting to kind of see what comes through for us all. So guys, that's it for the water sign readings. That's kind of what seems to be coming through for us in the next year or the next 12 months. And I feel like, it's going to be quite a shift in consciousness, maybe another level up, like I said at the beginning. But if you do want a private reading for each individual month of the year ahead for you and whatever questions you have, click on the link below and it'll take you to the website for general readings instead of the 2018 as well. And I hope you let me know how things go for you in the next year as well. I love reading your comments. I love hearing from you guys. If you want to email me about anything, it's lorientarot@gmail.com, and I will do my best to get back to you as quickly as possible. But yeah, I think it's going to be quite an interesting year ahead. It certainly seems like it's going to start with a very fruitful time. But I do wish you all the very best. Take care of yourselves. Much love and light for you. Thank you so much for taking the time to, watch me and watch these videos over the last year in 2017. I know it can't have been easy for some of you, but thank you so much for looking and supporting me and trusting me to guide you with my guides and with the universe to a better place. And yeah, it really does mean a lot to me. So thank you very much for the bottom of my heart for all your support, and I look forward to seeing what 2018 brings for all of us. Take care, guys, and a very happy new year.